It was supposed to be the adventure of a lifetime. 5 friends, Ethan, Claire, Marcus, Jenna, and Ryan, had planned a weekend road trip to the remote Blackwood Forest, a place known for its eerie beauty and chilling legends. They had packed their bags, loaded up Marcus's old van, and set off with laughter and excitement. But what began as a fun escape quickly turned into a nightmare they would never forget. The first sign that something was wrong came when they reached the edge of Blackwood Forest. The GPS on Ethan's phone glitched, the screen flickering before going completely black. Claire tried her phone, but it was the same, no signal, no maps, nothing. Marcus shrugged it off, insisting they could navigate the old-fashioned way. But as they drove deeper into the forest, the trees seemed to close in around them, their gnarled branches clawing at the sky like skeletal fingers. By the time they realized they were lost, the sun had begun to set, casting long shadows across the narrow dirt road. The van's headlights flickered, and Marcus cursed under his breath as the engine sputtered and died. They were stranded in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by an oppressive silence that made their skin crawl. "We'll just camp here for the night," Ryan suggested, trying to sound optimistic. "We'll figure it out in the morning." Reluctantly, the group agreed. They set up their tents and started a small campfire, its feeble light doing little to dispel the growing sense of dread. As the night deepened, the forest seemed to come alive with strange sounds, whispers in the wind, the rustling of leaves, and the occasional distant howl that didn't sound quite animal. Jenna was the first to notice it. "Do you hear that?" she asked, her voice trembling. "It sounds like singing." The others strained their ears. Faint and haunting, a melody drifted through the trees, beautiful yet unsettling. It drew them in, compelling them to follow. Against their better judgment, they left the safety of the campfire and ventured into the darkness, flashlights in hand. The singing led them to a clearing where an ancient, crumbling stone altar stood. Surrounding it were figures cloaked in shadows, their faces obscured. The friends froze, but it was too late. The figures turned toward them, their eyes glowing with an unnatural light. The singing grew louder, filling their minds until they couldn't think, couldn't move. One by one, the friends were dragged toward the altar. Ethan tried to fight, but his limbs felt heavy, as if the forest itself was holding him down. Claire screamed, but her voice was swallowed by the night. Marcus, Jenna, and Ryan were powerless as the figures chanted in a language that seemed to twist the air around them. When the ritual was complete, the forest fell silent once more. The figures vanished, leaving behind only the cold, empty clearing. The friends were gone, their tents and belongings abandoned by the dying campfire. Weeks later, hikers found Marcus's van, its doors wide open and the interior covered in strange symbols. Search parties scoured the forest but found no trace of the missing friends. Locals whispered of an ancient curse, of a forest that hungered for the living. They warned others to stay away, but the allure of Blackwood Forest was too strong for some. And on quiet nights, when the wind blows just right, you can still hear the singing, a siren's call that lures the unwary into the darkness, never to return.